The next issue that I wanted to talk about is one near and dear to my heart. It's college debt. I just graduated with $28,000 in college debt. For a long time, I was paying $600 a month, and $400 of it every month was going just to the interest alone. So I was basically paying a rent check every month just to keep the same amount of debt that I already had. It was, I finally was approved for IBR, but I was rejected for IBR over and over and over and over and over. It was really scary. The IBR is an income-based repayment, and thankfully, we do have that, but I still have the debt. I'm sure my credit rating looks awful now. I'm probably never going to own a house.
I want amnesty. I mean, really, when you look at the amount of that, right now, our credit card debt used to be the be problem in our country, and that's like a tiny bit right next to our, huge student debt that's going to be going on.
Outstanding student debt recently passed $1 trillion.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be the next credit bubble.
Yeah.
I don't know, does anybody else have a personal story about student debt they want to share?
Hi there, I'm Warsami.
Hi, Warsami.
University, I had the misfortune of graduating during a recession.
Yeah.
And I've got about $15,300 worth of student loans. Nothing compared to the 28 Asher has or the $50,000 his friend has. But still, it's one of those, and luckily I shouldn't be bitching because I've gotten so many deferrals. But I mean, it's part of it is the whole job thing. If you had a job, it'd be easily made available.
Hey, I'm Jules Fernard.
Hi, Jules.
So, for me, I'm not going to college yet, but and since I'm still in high school, it's my senior year at Casco Bay, and I focused on my passion. I know what I want to do. I want to be really good, singer and songwriter. I want to put myself out there and send out social justice in a way that people will want to listen. And at the same time, I also want to make sure I can raise enough money so that I can go into sustainable agriculture and become a farmer. I figure at least by my 30s. And the thing is that this whole the whole way that student debt works in college is that it's treated completely different from how other debts work. Am I correct on that?
That's correct.
And so what happens is that it's relentless. You can't declare bankruptcy. And, if you have, a partner or a spouse and you bring bank accounts together, then what happens is that, people, who manage your debt, they'll just take that money away, without any consideration. And the thing is that, I don't want to make it sound like, that students have, that students, kids have it the worst, but youth are the future. We're the foundation. So if we don't get a good start, and we're always having to owe, and we're being run down, then there won't be a good future to look forward to. And that's all I have to say. Is just think about investing in a good future, which is either adult students or youth students, and and help build them up.
Well, so with student loans, it's kind of a part of the bigger banker issue, predatory lending issue, and the fact that if you can't pay your debts, then inevitably, I'm pretty sure this is the case with my loans and with a lot of people I know, you have a cosigner on your loan, and your cosigner is often a family member, mother, grandmother, father, something like that. They get screwed. Their credit gets attacked. Their property and things are at risk. And so it not only traps you, but it traps your family members, which affects, not just you, but your community, and that it just spreads out into the greater community, and everyone becomes hurt by it. By predatory lending practices, which, from my understanding, is just this funnel of money that goes towards a very small percentage of people. And so the amount of tension and unreasonability about that, and the amount of damage it causes to our communities as a country just seems completely detrimental, dangerous, and really depressing. And I think it makes, I forget who was talking, I think you were talking about, no, it was you were talking about like the feeling of like apathy and being downtrodden. Like people stop feeling like they have a voice, like they have control, because they're in this situation where they have no control over not only their life, but the effect that they're having on their greater community by a choice that they made to educate themselves. So, I mean, it's not a story, but it's just like this collection of problems that make the issue need to be taken care of, which is why I'm glad it's one of your favorites.
We were talking about how like the cosigner is an important part of getting your loans to go to college if you don't have enough money. And I have a friend that like doesn't have like a very strong like family background and doesn't have a lot of people that are, you know, helping him pay for things because they have bad credit or things like that. And I just like, I really don't think it's fair that, you know, someone like him who like is like starving to, you know, to be educated can't get that education.